I went to theatre school when I was younger, so that kind of, I guess that sort of drive or ambition to do well or to succeed has always been instilled in me. After I finished working in that sort of industry as a child, I certainly calmed down that aspect of my personality, but I guess it's still there in everything I do. But you know, you've got to enjoy the journey along the way. I think that's kind of the most important thing. People think it's been a very rapid success for me, but anybody that seemingly appears to have overnight success, you'll find that actually they were kind of ploughing away at things a long time before that. Working at Vivienne Westwood's was kind of an overwhelming experience, but she taught me kind of about her approach to pattern cutting and her approach to fashion, and I think stylistically in terms of my design philosophy, I think there's elements that I learnt from working with her in terms of looking to the past and looking at techniques from years gone by and how we can kind of update those and modernise them. Normally what we would do for a London Design Festival or for Milan, we would create a new collection and then we'd create an environment for the pieces to sit in. It became more and more of a monster, and yeah, we've now created this design studio showroom space which we're also going to operate as a retail space. In the basement we have a sales studio, and we also have a cute little sort of meeting room which is called the Snug, which is basically like a pub. Next door in the basement we also have our assembly line where we do all of our quality control, can check the products, and then we do the packaging, and that's basically our kind of distribution centre, if you like. So everything kind of happens from this building. To have control from the very beginning to the end, and you know, creating your final vision is so important. A lot of designers now are having to take this approach of not just being designers, but they have to be entrepreneurs as well, or they have to be multidisciplinary to kind of fulfill their creative drive and also to make money as well. Those are the kind of reasons why I wanted to sort of have this control over every process, I think. We didn't decide to do a whole full collection because we were focused on the showroom. I've done a candlestick collection called Fulcrum, which is optical crystal, so a much more modern looking piece, contemporary piece that's kind of all about balance. We have a new light called Carousel, using the kind of idea of the fairground ride and sort of all the light bulbs from that and creating a very sort of modern sculpture lighting piece. We have a collaboration with Heels, and we've created a furniture collection, upholstery collection called Quilt, which is basically taking some of the very classic lines that Heels used to work with from the 50s and 60s, and then doing a very modern, almost fashion-inspired quilting process. And then we have one final piece, which is from a collection that we had called One Light Only, which we called the Olo Light. And we've created exactly the same light fitting, but in a solid walnut finish. Which is something that I'm actually interested in, is kind of reinventing some of the older pieces in wood or different materials, because you get a really kind of different take on them. I just became fascinated with some of the more traditional craft processes and working with the manufacturer to kind of get their input. So I like that relationship between working with somebody who's been in their craft for like 40 years and then doing something with them that they've not attempted to do before. So it's a nice collaboration, I think, in that respect.